Hello and welcome to today's video. This is the first episode of two in I can't talk today, in a series where I'm gonna be demonstrate what the side B in Jurassic Park, the Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3 should have looked like. So right now I'm just trying to build a visitor center. I'm gonna destroy it later because yeah, I'm destroying it now. Um, and so this is what it actually looks like when I'm doing this voiceover. I'm gonna destroy something one more time, and right now I'm just releasing or preparing a Spinoraptor and no, a Spinosaurus and a Physis for later. So in this first episode, I'm gonna make a guest area, like a small placer, and enclosure enclosure for Spinosaurus and Theophysis, and enclosure for some Dryasauruses, just because I had the space to do it. So I'm just trying to do some path design here. I actually think it looks good when it's done, this path design. It's it's 100% much better, or I just mean it's much better than the path designs I did in my prehistoric park for Evolution Square's Battle of the Builders. So I'm just laying down some path here. I'm gonna destroy some of it, I think now. Yeah, I'm destroying some of it now because the things that don't look good. I don't I don't think I have mentioned this before, but I've created a Discord server for this YouTube channel. So if you would like to check that out, there's a link in the description. I'm trying to be as active as I can on it, but of course I can't be active all the time. Just laying down the fountain again for the second time, I think, because I destroyed it. And now I'm just laying down some lights because I like lights. Uh, you can see that in my bison sanctuary video. I think the first one I laid down so much light as I could, just because I like it. I like lights. I'm dumb. Uh, yeah. I think the first placer is done very soon. I'm also gonna destroy those two thingies. They didn't look very good. I'm just I'm placing down a Spinosaurus skeleton at the at the front of this, and then this just drawing some paths so it actually looks good again. Because I hate when things don't look good. And yeah, just placing down the Spino skeleton again and making some crossover path here because I think it looks good. Just laying down some water in the middle of that path, so it just looks a bit better. Like this. Yeah, that's much better. Just trying to find out if I can place some more water. Destroying the trees so I can put some individual rocks and trees down. Because I hate the trees the game places down for you. Because they don't look very good. But unfortunately I had to place those trees down in the Spinosaurus and the closure and the Cephalophysys. Because I didn't want to put that much down. Just making some more path here. And again some individually placed planters. Because I like individually placed things. I'll find some trees that looks good. And those trees weren't the ones. Then I'm trying to place down one of the new lights in the newest update. And it just didn't look good. Then some biosin fountains. I love these fountains. They look so good. And it and a little tree in the middle. Then a water thingy again. Just flattening out the terrain. And now I'm beginning to make the Spinosaurus enclosure and the Coelophysis enclosure. This is maybe one of the best enclosures I've ever made in this game. I just love how it looks. You can see it when it's done. But I just loved how it turned out. Just finding out how it's gonna be and what fence I'm gonna use. And then I'm beginning to build the enclosure. The reason I love this enclosure is that I've never built an enclosure that wasn't square. And this shape is obviously not a square. And then just lowering the terrain so it looks a little better. just on one of the sides, and then placing down some water in there. Now I'm just placing down some rock and sand because I love that combination, because it looks more natural instead of just only rock or only sand. I don't like that. Like that, I don't like when it's just white, like sand. And now I'm beginning to place the trees in there, and the rocks, and the rock. And then I'm finding out that this is not gonna work, so I'm just placing down some, or painting down some trees. And putting down some rocks, because I like the rock. Um, and then I thought I could just place a spino skeleton there, because it's a Spinosaurus that's going to be in there. Then just doing a little bit more to the entrance, because I thought it was just not that much that already were there. It was there. I mean, putting down some trees in there because I like trees. And some flying reptile statues. And then I'm just releasing the Seal of Isis and the Spinosaur, because it's not a dinosaur park without dinosaurs, obviously. And now I'm getting that dumb idea to place lagoons in just out of nowhere, but that didn't work that well. And yeah, just placing some path around the Spino enclosure. This was the most irritating part on this whole build, because I hate placing path around fins. That's the same with I think yeah, that's this exact. I also hate placing down fence in path, because it can't get that too close to the path. And that's the same with path, that it can't get that too close to the fence. Just placing down some more path here, because I like the look of this luxury path. And I also like including some of a little bit of all the paths in my designs. So yeah. So this is the part where I'm going to delete this this part of it, because it didn't go. It didn't look that good because the sides, I just couldn't get the sides right, so it was either down or it was up. It just didn't look that good. So, and I'm finding out about that in a bit. Just placing down some more path here, some more luxury path. And this was so irritating because I used so much time on placing this path, and then I just destroyed it all again. So rip my time. So this is the shopping area for the guests, where I'm placing down one food shop and one drink shop and two shopping uh, shops. That sounded weird. Then the two shopping stands going over here. And then I think it was now I noticed that it didn't look that good. Yeah, I noticed it now. Just creating some more path sign over here. And then I found out when I placed this because it was kind of floating. And then I didn't like it, so I destroyed it all and did so it was a little more beautiful instead of just ugly with the one side lower or higher than the other. So now I'm kind of making a Pokeball out of this. Don't know why, but it just came to mind, so I did it. And now I found out that my dinosaurs could starve. So I lost one of my Zeolophysis, but it's just one. I have 5 left, so I think they're gonna make it. Just still building around the Pokeball. And then this didn't look good. I will, because that path just didn't wanna work. Just putting down the luxury path again for the second time. And that's the Pokeball. Because why not just make a Pokeball when you have the space to do it? So I made a Pokeball. Then I'm just trying to find the best way to connect the shops with the path. Then I came up with this idea of making kinda a little bit of path design. And then just connect that with the Pokeball. From now on, this is the Pokeball of the park. um, just placing down a fountain in the middle because then it looks a little less than a Pokeball. And then now I'm just designing the shops with how it should look and the colors and those things. I'm going with a kind of JP3 vibe with the first two shops because there's a Spinosaurus skeleton and some stone. The stone isn't Jurassic Park 3 vibes, but the Spinosaurus head is. Just finding a thing that I can sell in this shop. So a burger. Now I'm just switching switching the colors. I think this is the best part of Jurassic World Evolution 2, that you can kind of customize the shops just however you want. I like that. So switching this to a drinking shop and then making this again. Then switching this to a smoothie. Then switching the lights out with green lights because they match the logo. Then I'm switching these two to shopping stands. Now I'm saying shopping stands because it sounds dumb if I say a shopping shop. That just doesn't sound right. Just making this one customizing these two shops. This one is going to be amber. But then I got the problem that there wasn't amber you could sell here, so I just chose fossilized teeth or something. I forgot what I chose. And then now it's time for the um, Dryosaurus enclosure. Or exhibit, or what you want to call it. I'm calling it an enclosure. And then I found out this was too small for it, so I just made it look like a bean. I don't know why. Just getting rid of that water. And I found out that this was too small for it. So I just destroyed some of the path and made a bigger bean. Because bean is just the first thing that comes to my mind. But now it doesn't look like a bean anymore. But I didn't get bothered about that, so I just uh yeah. And then this was a super irritating part because it just didn't want to work. But now we're nearing the end of the video, so I'm just while this is building, I'm just going to say thanks for watching, and if you want to, you can subscribe to my channel so you get and turn on that notification bell. But and remember to join my Discord, link in the description. So bye bye.